actually, it wouldn't really matter because you guys ended the game on a rest, I believe. You guys were setting up camp right outside of the hole that was leading to where you were chased out of by the deep dragon. And you guys were having conversation about going down there because Mist, who was absolutely here, told you that that is the direction of a city that they do know.
Yes, that is a direction.
It's exactly what you said.
Oh.
That's the direction of a city that I do know. We could go there. It's a good city.
But as you guys are setting up for camp, sorry to interrupt you, Fungi. What?
Oh, no, I just remembered the conversation about the city, and nothing. Go ahead.
Oh. Oh.
As you guys are setting up for camp, you guys, what would be like your job when you're setting up a camp? What would you be doing? This is our first time really camping in the woods.
I guess that's true.
Cook.
You do what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I want to cook.
Oh, cooking. Okay,
Ooh.
okay.
Just don't use any of those berries. But
Pain.
I think Rogar would be collecting firewood. So he's got his axe and chop some wood.
Yeah, you go to where that large drag of the dragons where they were fighting and they smashed into trees. You're like, that's easy. So you go on over to the trees that are already down. You start chopping on the wood on the floor.
Yeah.
What's everyone else doing? Well, Rogar is out chopping
Mist would
wood.
be trying to help everyone, like trying to set up everyone's tents, but Mist is so short that it would be difficult to set up the tents for the bigger people. So they would just be setting up like theirs and Amara's tents while Amara starts getting ready to cook. Like, don't worry, I got it. Everyone else is so big.
Fungi would probably walk over and help out since Fungi doesn't really need warmth or food. I think that they would see Miss struggling and just kind of stroll over.
Oh,
Do you require assistance with...
I just can't reach that branch up there. If you could just put this rope over the branch for me, that'd be great.
Gladly, friend Mist.
Thank you. And then Miss will just sort of stand there, holding their hands in front of them while they do all the tall work.
And Fungi would gladly do all the work.
The tall work. Mist can do the small work.
They'll just keep going, like a robot or something.
If you put the ropes up and drape the tarps, then I'll hammer the stakes into the ground. How's that?
Right. Stakes. Not the eating stakes, though, right?
No, correct. The wooden spikes that you put in the floor to keep the tent from blowing away.
Right.
Right.
I will remember this for future reference.
Right, yeah, there's two different kinds of stakes. There's the stakes you put in your tummy and the stakes you put in your ground. There we go. And all three types of vampire stakes, too. I forgot about those.
And there are stakes in a situation.
That's true.
Marisha's chuckling.
Forgot about those. There's so many different kinds of stakes.
Language can be confusing. It's very fun.
Common specifically is really, really rough to understand when you're learning it in the first time.
I've heard that it's one of the most intricate and complicated languages.
It really is. There's like rules that they tell you when you're a kid, and then you grow up and you learn that those rules are all lies and they don't apply to everything, and none of it is actually true, and it's just confusing. I prefer Dwarven. Simple, to the point. There's a word for everything. No stakes, you know what I mean.
Or there.
Or there.
So
You're
many
right.
ways to spell there.
So many. Oh, and then Miss is just gonna get real sentimental real quick and just be like, it's nice to spend time out in the woods with you.
With us, or...
everybody.
You're much more talkative than you were. I'm glad for that.
I was very pensive while we were underground, you know? I just had a lot to think about.
That does make sense.
What's Triple H doing?
What is Triple H doing?
That's a good question. She's last I remember, Triple H Misty stepped away from Amara because there was something that was grabbed. What did I grab? What did I
Yes,
grab?
there
I was
was.
looking for something.
You grabbed a special stone
That's correct.
you use for mining protection things.
Mhm.
Come on, she just almost died. Okay.
I don't see what that has anything to do with the stone, honestly. Stone didn't do it. So she's probably like, just outside of camp, just kind of chilling under a tree, I think. Probably just sitting under a tree,
Okay.
examining it.
Examining the tree?
No, the stone.
Oh, I see.
No, my fault for not explaining that.
Nope,
better.
that's okay. Yeah, you were given a stone from the dragon as a thank you for allowing them to live. And as you guys kind of get together for the night and Amara hands out, what did you make?
Good question. Group, did we hunt before, or are we just rations only?
Cook up.
I'll make this a group decision.
That's a good question.
I don't think we hunted anything, but obviously you can.
Mm-hmm. You do have time.
Do some hunting.
So right now it's probably just like a very basic like broth and like dried meats and then some berries that no one will probably touch. So
Mist would eat the berry.
What kinds of
Thank
berries
you.
are there?
you know the kind of berries.
Would they be considered good?
Yes,
To
very
some,
good.
To some.
Just as some people might think they're good berries.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
there'd
made
be
some
like
good
a
berry bisque.
charcuterie board, but like
berry bisque?
of berries and like a little bit of like broth.
Okay. So you kind of hand out your presentation, and the fire's crackling, and as you guys are chatting, the conversation falls on a moment you guys almost died. Whoever wants to start.
Well, that's easy. Yeah, I don't think that I ever want to fight a dragon ever again. Yeah. So maybe this badge with like the dragon hunter thing, maybe I can just pawn that off somewhere because I don't think I'm built for that.
But you did survive, though. What counts in the end, I think.
Yeah, but now I've got like weird bite mark things, and she'll like gesture towards like her torso and like very worn like metal armor.
It could leave a cool scar, though,
Ugh. I prefer scars on other people, not really on me, but it's fine. But enough about me. I'm sure there are all other points in which yous have almost died. Not died. I don't think anyone's undead.
No.
Definitely not. Blah, blah, blah.
Bleh, bleh, bleh.
When I got my scar, that is probably the last. Is probably the closest I have ever been to death. So it came about in a fight. With somebody of my clan, and it did not I did not win, but I kept my life, and I got this. So, you know, I have something, anyways.
Alright, cool scar you've got there.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you.
Does
got
the scar
trapped.
on your face like impede your eyebrow at all? Like, does it cut your eyebrow in half? Does it like, does your skin like, how grotesque is the scarring from Rogar's scar?
Yeah, so
I'm
it's basically starts at the top of his eyebrow and then curves around kind of the temple down the cheek, so almost in a full crescent, and then has three distinct lines carved into it. So it's you know, it's intentional, but yeah, not pretty.
What
Wait.
about what about you, Fungi? Have you almost died before?
Even know that I can die.
Is he okay? Are you?
You know, yeah, what I said earlier about the whole maybe not undead. Maybe I was wrong, but not like undeath in like our sense, but like died and then came back. I don't know.
What does it mean to die?
Wait. Can you not say die?
Is you're hearing that too, right? That's not just me.
You know I'm hearing it as well. That's
You know, you could say unlife. Unlife works well. I use unlife.
Can you
Or
say
unalive.
unalive? Can you say unalive?
But sometimes when you use unalive as like a verb, that means like murder.
Oh, that's true. I'm just curious. Is fungi okay? I'm gonna like prod fungi with a stick.
Why do you do this?
Because you said the word die and then you went da 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 da. And so I'm concerned for your well-being.
I do not recall, but I don't think that I have any issue with saying word die.
Oh. You said it that time?
Okay. Must have been a weird coincidence.
Have you ever shut down in a way that was really permanent?
Not that I
Or
recall.
almost?
No. I do not believe that my consciousness has ever ceased since as far back as I can remember at least, I've never shut down.
How long can you remember?
I don't know. I know as many cycles of the sun and moon, but maybe not as many as I initially thought. How long have we known each other?
Oh, time is fuzzy when you're with friends. Probably about a week or two?
I think so. Stayed a few days with the tabaxi.
How many weeks has it, or how many days has it been? Yeah.
Since you were with the Tabaxi?
Well,
No,
together,
this is
Um,
friends.
Oh, well,
kind of the same though. But
2-ish weeks. You guys have
Whoa.
been this long path stretch has been a long walk. But the previous few days was like 5 days, plus you're traveling, like 2-ish weeks.
We met each other about 2 weeks ago. You and I in the forest, and I was jealous of your hat.
Yes.
And then
A week is 7 days, yes?
that is correct. So it's about 14, 15 days.
What comes after weeks in the tracking of time?
Month?
Months.
Some people
Fortnite,
use-
perhaps.
Fortnights. I always forget about those because I can never remember how many weeks that is.
I feel like only like the uppity people can use Fortnite.
We don't need to
Fancy.
worry about it.
What is
Among
uppity?
us fine.
They're so uppity.
Uppity. Uppity is like when you're very usually rich, but sometimes not. But just when you think that you're fancy, but you're not. There's a lot
You-
of dwarves.
You
here.
realize you're going to have to explain to him what fancy means now, right?
Fancy, and then Miss is just gonna stand up and like do a very deep, like traditional dwarven bow, and like flourish their hands, and then stand up and be like fancy, and then sit down.
So fancy.
Fancy. And
And fungi kind of like does this thing on the side of their head where they kind of like pinch their fingers and then just kind of like pull up.
Yeah.
It's not extremely clear what they're doing.
On the mushroom cap, like.
It's to the side of the mushroom.
Okay.
cap.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Fancy.
Oh, here's another one. And then Amara will pull out her lute and start playing like a very classical tune. Fancy.
See,
fancy.
They stick their pinky out.
fancy. Glee. What are you doing with your shoulders? I've got to.
It is not my shoulders, it is ears.
Ears?
Those are the.
Alright.
El- Are you talking about elves?
Elves.
With the
Yes.
pointy ears? The long
Yes.
ears?
Elves.
Elves are often very fancy.
Fancy. Uppity. I will remember this.
It's not always. Elves are not always fancy, though. That's a generalization.
I do believe that I remember a long time ago, as many as 3 months.
Oh,
Nice. Sometimes I
Yes.
can't remember what I did yesterday.
that's very. Yeah. So, for perspective, fungi, I've been alive for about 87 years.
Years are after months.
Correct. There are 12 months in a year.
How many weeks in a month?
Roughly 4. Depends on who you ask. Sometimes 3. Usually 4. 4 is the best bet.
On average.
Hmm.
But there's
You're
52 weeks in a year.
That's
You're-
correct.
you're
52 weeks
80
in a year.
You're 87 years old.
I'm a dwarf.
I know that. Didn't know how old you were though.
I'm old by human standards, but by dwarven standards, I am but a baby.
Maybe.
Well, you look great as a baby or an old person, either way.
Maybe.
It's like sometimes when you see a newborn dwarf when they don't have their beard, and you're like, oh, you look like you're ancient, but there's no beard.
Where's the beard?
Where's the beard on the baby?
Hey, Shladoon,
Yes.
what about you?
How old are you?
Well, that's not what I was asking, but
I mean, that's it.
now that
I
you've brought it up,
I'm curious.
You get one of those questions, not both.
that is a tough one.
It's about your most recent near shutdown. Death.
Yeah, I feel like that's a more value of the one question than age. But I will figure it out, and I will figure out your birthday as well.
Is
No,
this
you won't.
information that people don't share with each other?
I mean, depends on the person. But
Some people don't like to share their birthdays because they don't want to be sung to.
what insane.
Ashley looks
I have so many
directly
more
into the
questions.
camera after Mist says that. It is suddenly The Office, and Ashley looks directly into the camera as soon as Mist is saying that.
What? So when talk about a time you almost died. Come on then, we're all sharing.
Is that what you choose to know?
For now.
Yeah.
Eventually I'll find
Is
what
this
to
the
do.
only
I
question
mean-
I ever get to ask?
Yes. No.
Ever? Ever's not a guarantee, but I only feel like sharing one of those two things tonight. So
You are most
I mean,
gracious. Thank you.
honestly, I don't know why you settled on that one because you already know the answer. Well, and she kind of just like does a little hip wiggle, and her axes kind of just jingle back and forth. Told
Well,
me sorry already.
I guess we did ask a time, not the most recent time, so fair enough. You got me there.
I usually do, Amara.
One of
But-
these days, one of these days.
I wouldn't count on it, sweetheart. But I mean, that's the most relevant one. That's literally the only memory I have of being close to death. So
Lucky you.
you have it there. Lucky. Sure, if you say so.
Well, I guess that is leaves missed.
Oh, I got trapped in a cave in under the mountain one time. I was down there for about 12 hours, stuck under some rocks, and I thought I was gonna die. And I was pretty scared, but you know, they found me. It was silly. I shouldn't have been down there in the first place.
What were you looking for down there?
Oh, I was looking for an earring that one of my friends had. Well, it's sort of like an earpiece that one of my friends had dropped, and they had shut down the tunnel for maintenance, and my friend was worried that it was going to be lost, and so I snuck down there and I was looking for it, and I found it, and then the maintenance turned into an oopsie, and then I got trapped under the rock. That's why I was down there for so long, because I wasn't supposed to be down there, and then nobody knew I was there for a while, and yeah, I was all right. And then there was the time that I almost died on top of Rogar's chest.
I
when
think
I
I almost
fell
died then
from
too.
the tree. You didn't. I had you. If I had died, you would have died probably. But we were good.
Probably.
and everything was all right.
For the record, I had a better idea for how that would have turned out, but you know.
Did
just
you?
What would that
decided
idea
to
be?
keep it to yourself. That is.
You-
No,
wanna share?
I was soundly overruled by the small dwarf who decided that riding you like some sort of horse to do it with gravity was the best idea. So,
Yeah, what was your idea then?
well, if I can happily remind you of the fact that I was not that far below you, and I was literally standing on the side of a tree, so getting up there and getting you down the way of the tree probably would have been, I would say, a much less painful way. But you wanted to be a literal orc rider, so
You know what's terrible is I never even thought about that being a possibility. Never.
I
in my life.
know.
I was so flabbergasted by you standing on the side of a tree that I was just like, time to go.
You sounded like you knew what you were doing, so I just went with
We
it.
also could have assisted by making it so that you could jump farther without hurting yourself.
Well, we live and we learn, and I've learned a lot. So won't be making that mistake again.
I'm glad that everyone lived.
You're just going to have to hope that I'm standing on the side of a tree next time, huh?
Just, that Rogar's fit and strong enough to fall from the sky.
No worries about that. He stretches and flexes. So, where are we going after this?
To to the town that's in the hole.
I think that'd be a good idea. Plus, I'd like to probably replace this armor, get some extra parts to mend it. That'd be really nice.
Oh, that's a good idea.
With the dwarves, right? Yes. Should probably apologize too.
Yeah, that that we weren't trying to kill their children. Yeah.
Sorry for
Children?
killing your
You-
protector. And...
Oh,
Well, I don't feel that bad since he tried to kill us first, and
I mean, he was doing his job.
but he was a traitor. He ate
Technically,
people.
technically, we didn't kill him though. So I mean,
That is true.
technically,
I don't even think I landed a hit on that dragon. Did I? No. I don't
Looking
think
forward
so.
to having to explain to them that their guardian is dead.
Yeah, it is because I don't feel bad because our friend said that they were a traitor and that they ate people and that is not with their code. So-
I think I thought our friend was the traitor, and
Maybe. I'm probably remembering it wrong.
I don't know though. Either way, I don't know if they'll like either either explanation, to be honest. So,
You guys notice your plates are empty and the night is becoming deep.
Well,
sounds like
Oh, it's just-
tomorrow's problem, yeah.
I'm quite tired, but we need to.
Triple H is already asleep.
Triple H went to sleep? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I can take first watch. That'll be fine. And then I'll wake up Triple H.
I suppose I should have thought of this sooner, but I can just take watch.
I am conscious while I rest, but
Oh, it always
I-
wears me out when your voice changes.
Don't sound
Is
so
my-
bad, buddy.
voice change.
You sound like you're younger than you were before.
Younger.
Like an 87-year-old dwarf.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
You're like quadruple age. Not quadruple, but close. I think that's
Life
pretty
goes
funny.
longer under the mountains.
I
I
know.
didn't think I was that
Yeah.
old compared to the rest of you.
I'm just teasing you, I promise.
Fungai's mouth kind of goes from being like just that small slit to like their jaw, like basically unhinging.
God.
They reach their hand down their throat and pull out just like a clump of mushrooms and discard it like it's nothing.
I'd be lying if that wasn't
How do
at
I
least a
sound?
little bit unsettling.
That was terrifying.
You sound.
You sound at a higher pitch. Do you need to charge?
Is it the mushrooms that make your voice sound funny?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, the mushroom clump from your throat was unsettling, but your voice is
Exactly.
adorable.
I'm scared for yourself.
Oh, no, don't like that. That's terrifying.
They are broken.
That almost sounded like Abyssal.
That was.
You guys
Um,
see fungi is taking various mushrooms out of their speaking air, their speaking box that they have. They just are ripping mushrooms out, and every time they speak, it's a different voice.
Has this ever happened to you? This is
I don't know.
This is adorable.
this is very cute.
I guess vocal cords have a new meaning.
Eh,
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here for a really long time.
it is a little concerning, though. A little. Just,
Right. Well, since you're going to take watch, fungi, that sounds closer to your normal voice, maybe?
I don't know.
It does. As you take the last mushroom and you hear a little as it pops back into place. You chuck it to the side.
I think I may have found the source of the problem.
That
Oh.
seems better.
Sounds like it. So you just stay up by yourself then?
Yes, it's hard to explain, but as long as I sit and reserve my energy, I just sit here motionless and I'm conscious still. I still hear everything that's going on.
Well, can't really argue with that.
Hmm.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night.
Right.
I wonder what happens if I put this back. Does that affect anything?
Nope.
Interesting. Good to know for future reference.
Wait.
I will see you all in the morning, and I will hear your snores through the night.
Don't snore. I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna roll a dice and see if Mara snores. She does.
I don't snore. Loudest snorer.
Mara, all foxes snore.
Ears droop a lot.
You guys return to your tents and fungi. What do you do to post up?
Fungi will kind of sit in their mushroom-like position where they kind of like fold their legs into their chest, and because of how kind of like skinny they are, they appear to just be a very strange mushroom.
Mm-hmm. And as you're spending the night, thinking, watching, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Hold on, there were things placed in front of my dice tray. It's been weeks since I've had to roll dice.
I need to get my dice out now that you mentioned that.
Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom. I rolled a 3 for 10.
Yeah. So as you're sitting there kind of pondering and looking around, you get a flash in your programming that is an image of you with no mushrooms and just a goldish robot watering some grass. And it snaps back. You just continue being a mushroom.
Well, I have to stay inert, so all of my thoughts are within my head about it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And fungi just does their best to sit in the moonlight as a mushroom.
Over the night, you notice that some of your mushrooms are growing kind of around you on the floor, and the only thing that happens throughout the night is some rumbling that you hear into the large hole, and it sounds like the same rumbling that the steps of the dragons were making as they were walking. So they might be patrolling, they might be just shaking the ground, you're unsure. But nothing really happens. The moon shining onto your mushroom, and you're just glowing a little bit, basking in the moonlight. Is there anything that you would want to do, or are you just basking? You're muted somehow.
I'll probably just be getting a long rest
Okay.
for now, but I only need to do it for 6 hours, so I'll be
Okay.
up and about before
Perfect.
everyone is up, I believe.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we have any elves.
And in a campsite, when you
Secret elf.
guys were going into your individual tents, does anyone have any personal rituals that they would have done before actually going to sleep? In a tent in the woods. What is some like how would you guys have done this, essentially?
Good question.
I feel like Trips probably would have just like gone into the tent, and once she was in the tent, probably would kind of like take off like her normal clothes
Mm-hmm.
and fold them very carefully, set them up. Then I believe she tends to sleep with the axes off of her for obvious reasons. But they would be like underneath like a pillow of sorts.
Okay.
And she's kind of a, believe it or not, a side sleeper. So like, but she would kind of like have like her grounded arm within reach of one of them should she need to. Not much of a ritual, but like that's like
I think it makes a difference. Yay, character building. How do
Yeah.
you what about you, Amara?
Amara definitely is very particular about how she sleeps. So her ritual is that she takes off most of her clothes and does not like to wear much clothes while she is sleeping, and like does her hair up into 2 French braids and writes her notes down for the day, like cool stuff that she's found and any ideas for like future experiments or also future ideas for any songs. And that's mostly what her night is. And usually she spends a little bit more time writing and then she'll fall asleep writing and then wake back up and be like, oh crap, I should probably put that back. And then she'll actually go to bed. Very neat. Makes her bed always, or in this case, like a little sleep quarters.
Bedroll.
A little bedroll. Very neat. Very neatly.
What about Rogar?
Rogar, on the other hand,
On the other hand.
just kind of kicks off his boots, kind of like haphazardly, like a kid does, like when they get in somewhere and they like kind of like flick them off to the sides. And
Me.
yeah,
As an
I
adult.
do it too. And just kind of like pulls over. He already has most of his clothes off, anyways. To be fair, just kind of has his skirt and some feathers, and some furs, but puts the weapon off to the side, pulls up his backpack, and just underneath him to kind of use as a pillow, and just spends the night thinking and playing with his like little necklaces and stuff. Just thinking about memories, and where he drifts off to sleep.
Want to share a memory?
Yeah, sure. He was looking at his necklaces. It's various like bits of claws or teeth and things that he had found or gathered, and one of them is actually an old it's actually an old wolf's tooth that was actually from a kind of a pet of they had clan pets, and they were used for hunting and stuff, but there was one that he really liked in particular, and they had bonded, and he just kept it and to remember him. So he was thinking about that and playing with his dog.
Crying in the tent.
And in the
Mist,
club.
what about you?
Mist would probably set up a nice little travel altar that they have for their god, and do some praying, just general like keep us on the right path, keep everyone nice and safe, make sure everyone knows that I love them. And then probably pull out an earring or earpiece of jewelry and sort of just turn it over in their hands a few times, hold it to their forehead for a minute, put it back in their bag, and then lay down and go to sleep after blowing out their candles.
No. Well, you guys all get a long rest. Much needed after your dragon fight. And the sun kind of peeking through the forest changes the feeling that Fungi has of the moonlight to the sunlight. So you kind of recognize that it's daytime now. The chirping doesn't stop. There's dew on the floor. And everything is kind of calm and serene for a moment as you guys wake up.
Morning, Fungi.
Morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Did
Did you sleep well?
I did. I did all right. Did you rest well?
Yes. Yes, I did. I've been up for a few hours.
Are you by yourself? Are you bored out here by yourself?
Oh no. I have the plants. And the mushrooms.
Well, company.
Yes. They are. But I also enjoy your company.
Oh, thank you. I enjoy yours as well. And your mushrooms.
I will tell them that you said so.
Thank you.
You just hear very loud snoring in the background.
The Damara.
Huh.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, it is.
She snores so loudly for someone so small.
It reminds me of
Yes.
home.
Does it?
Yeah, so many tiny people in such a small area with just so many snores. So much, so loud.
Sleep.
You
I
grow
find
up
that-
with it.
I find that it is often the hypercarnivores that snore so loudly.
Do you
What
snore,
kind of
Fungi?
carnivore?
A hypercarnivore. A hypercarnivore is a type of carnivore that gets more than 75% of its protein intake from meats.
Didn't know there were different kinds of carnivores. I'm also curious about Rogar's question. Do you snore?
Do I snore?
Aye.
No.
Offended.
Does offense,
No.
offense taken.
Maybe you just don't know if you snore, you know?
I stayed up all night last night just to make sure I don't snore.
Well, that proves it then. Do you have a big family? We've talked about this, miss. Do you have a big family?
Do I?
Siblings? Brothers, sisters?
I mean, sort of. I've got, siblings of the cloth, and I sort of gesture at like my vestments. Siblings of the cloth,
Is it the
Big
same as other siblings?
No, not technically speaking.
You like family though?
are like family. Yeah, we take care of each other and we feed each other and we spend time together and we pray together and we sing stories and, you know,
That is like siblings then, yeah.
yeah, we fight sometimes, you know, so it might as well be family like that.
That is
And then we have like, you know, like the high priestesses, which are like the mothers, I guess, sort of. And then like the dwarven king was like technically everyone's father, but not really, just sort of, you know, in spirit. It would be really odd if the high king was everyone's father. But
it'd
you
be
know.
a little awkward, I feel like.
But no, you know, it's like and there are lots of dwarven parents who have lots of dwarven children, like traditionally speaking, but I joined with the church when I was young, so the church is my family. And now sort of view you guys as family, kind of, you know. Anyway, do you guys have a lot of siblings? And it's just sort of like moves on.
The snoring is no more, by the way.
You've woken up.
She's not out yet, though, but she's not snoring anymore.
I don't have any siblings, but we're all kind of raised together, so I kind of get what you mean. Okay? You know, everybody was taken care of by the clan.
Clay. What about you, Fungi? Ashladun? Amara? Amara!
What?
We know you're not
got it.
sleeping anymore.
We can hear you not snoring. It's time to get up.
What do you mean snoring? I don't snore.
You snore so much. Do you all have siblings? Family?
That I know
Amara
of.
pops her head out with her braids. I don't know. And then pops back into it.
Triple H comes out and she is very much clothed at this point. She's actually fully dressed. And she kind of just nods to the answer to the question. Yes, you know, family, etc., etc.
Etc. Like how many etceteras? Like 1 or 2?
I said the exact amount.
Are they
I think that
older
means
etceteras or younger etceteras?
They are etceteras.
Okay. I would love to hear the stories that they have.
About me.
Yes. I feel
Yeah.
like I may get more answers out of them.
Yeah, you might, yes. I'm the oldest.
No, I could
Alright.
see that.
I think that I may have siblings. Being with you all fills me with a sense of camaraderie that is quite familiar. And working towards a goal together. It feels right.
That is something I did not expect.
Nope. Anyway, one of them's a twin. The other one is much younger.
What's a twin?
We were, for lack of better words, born together.
Like puppies.
Puppies are
She's
also
visibly
born.
offended by that statement.
Yeah, it happens with people. Lots of people.
Yeah, like
Thing.
a lot of living animals
Really?
and people. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. I think pretty much all of the races. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Heck,
Hey,
if
so
you
we
had.
were-
No, it's okay. I should probably finish getting ready first. This is all happening from her tent still.
Are you like popping your head out and then back?
Yeah.
To it?
How often do people have litters?
They're called children or babies. People.
Litters. So, so I think, or correct me if I'm wrong. I feel that humans take about, is it like a year to grow a baby?
Rara finally pops out fully
Ru-
clothed.
roughly 9 months. Oh, hey, we were going to do something today. Remember?
Not anything
Yeah.
that I'm in a hurry to get to.
I am the opposite of that.
I
So
personally
onward and
love
forward.
you. We can talk. I mean, yeah, you should pack first, but yeah.
Are you all dressed? You're ready?
We're still, she's like undoing one of the braids while I'm doing all of this, so she's not ready.
Miss fully packed.
Getting there, you know.
It's okay. I still have to pack up. We'll get to move on shortly.
Did you know dwarves are pregnant for 3 years?
That's terrifying.
Just
3
kidding. It's not
years.
that long.
I think shifters probably I think it's about like 7 months or so. Give or take.
They did say they were joking for
I
the
was
record.
joking. It wasn't 3
What?
years. No, it's not actually 3 years.
Is it
That would
12
be
years?
no,
That way that they have that's why Mr. So old.
12 years
I'm
to grow a
joking.
baby. And every single one of them towards our birth age were 13 when we were born.
I think it'd be funny.
Nice.
Gestation is weird. I'm going to go say goodbye to my plants.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
I
Good idea.
technically- I'm gonna like lean over to Rogar and like Ashley and I'm like, do you think that fungi is permanently gestating with their mushrooms? Are they like? Do you think? I mean, they're spreading them everywhere. It's like permanent reproduction.
I don't want to think about it that way, but
I was going to say in the nicest way I can get this, Miss. Does it look like I spend a lot of time thinking about that?
Probably less
Yes.
time than I do.
if
Amara,
anybody was
do you
going to
think
think
so?
about it.
I think that Hashladin looks like the type of person to think about gestating or what happens before you gestate a lot.
She is incredibly offended. She does that same like blinking guy face like as Amara says that.
I think that Amara means the practice before the gestation. You flirt a lot, Hashladoon, and then Mrs. gonna just walk
I love you.
The-
We're just sitting innocently and trying to undo her second braid.
She suddenly has sunflower seeds that she is just like flicking in Amara's direction, but not like they're not even coming close, but like she's insulted.
Belgian.
Oh no, like they're like just in your direction, but they're only going like less than like a foot, like not even close.
I feel like I have made a bad statement,
glad
but
it
I'm
was
gonna
you.
stand by it for now.
It was you and not me.
We'll just make a face, a very exasperated face.
As you guys finish packing up your stuff, and begin walking towards the hole that you were freed from, you remember that it's a 20-foot drop downward. But the sun is just barely rising. You guys can assume you're awake around 5-6 in the morning right now.
Are we gonna do the mud stairs again, or is it a free for all?
I would be happy to if that would make it easier for all of us.
Yeah.
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 I think that would be best,
It
probably.
beats climbing a rope,
Or jumping down the hole.
or that.
Right.
Or
Well,
falling down the hole.
Let's not talk about that, okay?
And Fungi begins to make Minecraft stairs again.
It's
Thank you,
pictured like
Fungi.
Minecraft versions of all the party just like hopping down.
So how long does that take? It takes a certain amount for a 5-foot cube, and you have 20.
Takes 6 seconds per 5-foot cube.
Okay, so it really only takes like a couple minutes, maybe, to get all the way down. A lot less than that. It's very quick. In fact, as you're walking, basically, these stairs are forming underneath your feet of ground, and you hear the rumbling of the ground and crackling of it being made underneath Fungi's feet, but it's left there for you guys to follow down. And as I'm assuming everyone trickles down below. And so, just as before, a light is provided, but only through this hole in the floor. From your left to your right, it is dark. And if you have dark vision, you can see a little bit further.
You know,
that
I got it
blindfold?
this time, and Mara's gonna cast dancing lights.
Mist
Yeah,
pulls
I
her
got
blindfold back down.
And yeah, she'll give each person besides Mist a dancing light. Probably green. So you got like a green torch-sized light with you.
Such a
Alright.
lovely skill.
Mm-hmm. Find that it's like very useful for like shows and like random things for adventuring, because people really like shiny lights, like a lot. And I don't know, every time I use it, I get more tips. So
Rogar's
Very
staring
helpful.
at his light. Meanwhile,
Hopefully they won't run the same way that they did for my light.
I hope so too. It's not like a common thing. Mist, like I don't want to make assumptions, but I feel like you'd know more
Oh,
about.
you don't want to make assumptions.
At this point in time, I would like not make
At
assumptions.
this point in time.
And so, is it like culturally wrong for us to keep these lights up? Like, should we like move them
I mean,
when we meet?
so my people can see really well in the dark. The reason that I have this cover on my eyes is because the light hurts me, because we spend pretty much our whole lives. It's rare that we really leave the mountain. So, if I don't have the cover on, then it's constant pain. So it's polite to sort of dim them or snuff them if you're talking to someone who also can see in the dark like I can. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So when we get close, you're on your own.
Yeah. Right.
I joke. You're not on your own, but yeah, the lights will be going. So
Mist, you can roll a history check, though, as you're thinking about the town. Because you guys are going to be passing through the outskirts of Deldarim. And that is a town that is fully dark. And what is your history check?
Pulling it. My app keeps closing my character sheet, so please hold
No
for
worries.
just a moment. History. Where is my history skills?
Google some fox facts real quick.
It'll be a 12.
Okay. Yeah, you remember that there's essentially a visitors center, but it's not utilized very often because the only time that people are coming to the Underdark is because of business or military or cleric work. So it hasn't really been a tourist sort of experience in Deldemir, but you do recall that there is a building that you can go to and get temporarily issued goggles of night. for a fee.
Okay. If it's still around, there's a place we can go to get some goggles that'll sort of help you all see. We have to give them back. We can't keep them. They might be a little bit old and worse for wear, but they'd help you see, and then you wouldn't have to worry about dimming the lights because you wouldn't need them. You could see like I do underneath the ground.
Very specific, but honestly, it makes a lot of sense. So, I'm okay with that. I want to do that.
It's a lot easier to just have them ready, and give them out to people rather than like hurt their eyeballs.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, it's really uncomfortable having the sun in your eyes when you've never seen the sun before in your entire life. It's not nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go. It's completely dark down there, so prepare yourselves.
Who can't see, by the way? Just double check.
Roger's like, just me, or
I can see in the dark I can see the dark just fine, but
I mean,
I cannot.
nope. Nope. Triple H cannot.
okay.
I mean, about a human amount.
My
but
friends
If
can't
you-
see the dark.
If you need me to hold your hand, if it's dark, let me know.
you would like that, wouldn't you?
See, this is why I feel justified in my at least a little bit.
Okay, hold on. Just one moment. Let me get this straight, Amara. Because I insinuated that Orc Boy would like to hold my hand. You feel justified in insinuating that I am overly promiscuous? Is that what I'm understanding?
Oh no, not overly promiscuous. 'cause
No,
there-
that
I
is-
think-
No. Let us call a spade in this regard. Hmm?
No. Okay, so there's a complete difference between someone being overly promiscuous, which I feel like has to be a really high standard. Like it has to be like medically necessary because I feel like we should, as a society, should like put a hold on that. But like for thinking about it, because a lot of people can think about it but not actually do it. So
So
all
then,
I'm saying is that you flirt a lot. That's all.
all I'm saying is that because I asked Roga if he would like the idea of holding my hand, you assume that I do quote unquote a lot of thinking about the act of pre-gestation, using your words.
I don't think it was just the hand holding bit, but
Yeah. What he said.
Amara,
Hmm.
I get the distinct feeling you are going to regret having this conversation. And she moves forward.
Pre-gestation, in theory, but not in practice.
Yes.
She
And
does not look back or respond.
I have a feeling I messed up. And ooh, okay.
hold on, wait for me.
Reflects light a little bit because Fox's eyes do reflect in the dark.
Ooh.
I found that out. So she got that found footage thing going on. Okay, well, yeah, I made a mistake.
which direction did you go, Triple H? Did you go left or right? You only had two ways. There's like
She
a
probably
tunnel
went.
that
She
goes
probably went a
straight.
little bit to the left, but not far enough that like
Okay,
if they decided to go to the right, that she would be out of reach.
sure.
And she can't really see where she's going. Like she can see enough with her eyes adjusting, but
right.
she doesn't have dark vision.
Mm-hmm. So after you leave the range of the dancing lights, you'll be fucked. So.
I'll
I mean,
let
she
it
won't
go.
be because we had this conversation.
Yeah, no. Amara will be nice and move the dancing light to go with Triple H. As long as within 120 feet.
Okay. So, is everyone walking?
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Well, as you guys begin to take your steps into this dark hall of deep stone. You travel for several minutes in the dark, and in the distance, you see those same kind of flashing eyes. And the individual who you ran off before kind of peers down the hall. He says in Dwarvish, "Again?"
Lights out.
And then those who don't know Dwarvish just kind of hear,
And then in Dwarvish, Mist will respond like, "Hello."
"Ah, are you accompanying them? They were chased out."
It wasn't, they didn't understand, and I'm here to take responsibility for them and make sure that they behave themselves and put out their lights. I don't know if anyone else speaks Dwarven in the party. Awesome.
Everyone's just hearing a series of back and forth.
But I'm taking responsibility for them.
Our protectors have ordered us to allow you in.
Oh.
And you know that to being the deep dragons of the protectors of your city.
Wonderful. That's great. I'm glad. And if they cause any problems, you can shave my beard. As the dwarves say.
Right. The worst of punishments, in fact, stroking his own beard, which is stretched to his belly button.
Mist strokes their own slightly shorter beard that's braided to try and cover how short it actually is. Correct. Yeah, the worst of punishments. Could you actually direct us towards the visitor center so that we can get my friends here who can't see in the dark some vision?
I can direct you one direction, which is the only way in, because you guys are coming through the system.
Okay.
There's only one way in and one way out, as you know.
That makes sense. I feel silly now asking this question. It's been a bit of time since I've been here. Didn't know if anything had changed,
No, you must be from up above, in the mountain.
That's where I hail from. I've been up above on the ground for some time now. My
And your
eyes
skin
hurt.
isn't burned?
Oh, you'd think it would be. My eyes feel burned though, and I'm gonna lift up my.
They look a little red.
Just a little bit. They're
More
not
than
normal.
usual.
The unnatural red, yeah, when you've seen the sun too much. But all right then, we'll head in. I'll have a quick conference with my friends here, and then we'll head on in.
we
That's all right.
are actually setting up for a celebration. So, feel free to contribute in any way to any of the shops.
Absolutely.
You know this to be the Spirits Coming event that happens once a year.
Just in time. I've lost track of time being up above. It's hard to tell how the days pass when the sun's moving,
Well, as you know, we always follow the ground.
We always follow the ground. It gets hard when you're just stuck in the sunlight. Anyways, I'm gonna confer with my friends here, and we'll join you shortly. Give me just a moment to whip them into shape. Ha ha.
Yes. I'm gonna
Good.
get back to work.
All right then. And then
And he kind of gives you the dwarven bow that you did before. And it's very straight. The arms are kind of pressed against the hips, and they bow just straight forward and then nod as they walk off. They actually walk past the party as if they're going to inspect the hole.
Mist will bow as they be bowed while they're walking past, and then stand up and turn around to the party. And in common, just be like, right, so there's gonna be a party going on in the city. It's an annual celebration. I promised them all that I would be minding you and that you would behave yourselves. And if you don't, it's my ass on the line. So, keep your hands in your pockets, spend your gold at dwarven stores. If you have any questions about if it's rude or not to do something, just please ask before you do it. And let's go have ourselves a good time, yeah?
Not sure if you can see, but Triple H has quite the smirk when you say that bit about it's your ass on the line.
Yeah, no, Mist sees it and blushes in the darkness.
Is
Onward,
it rude
friend.
to not have pockets?
Nope, you're alright if you don't have pockets. Just don't touch things that aren't yours. Whether it's people or items or creatures. If it's not
Alright.
yours, don't touch it. Fair?
Yeah.
If you want to make it yours, fork over the money and then everything will be fine.
Except for people, because that
No,
is not-
sorry.
no.
No, didn't mean it that way at all. We don't do that here. Nope, just meant items. Lots of shiny things underground, you know.
Shiny things.
Don't touch them, don't pocket them. Please.
Okay.
Can't shake yours again. And then Miss is just gonna turn around. and
As you guys are
walk away.
walking, your long tunnel kind of stretches. You see a couple break-offs to a couple other, like another left, another right, but you just keep going straight. And it eventually, you reach a carved and beautiful archway that reads, "You are not lost," in Dwarvish. And you just step forward, and it turns into a very beautifully dim and dark, dusty place. And there's a set of stairs in pure onyx that leads up into a vast city. Below, you're kind of up on an archway, and you step, and you're kind of walking over a bridge. Looking over, you see almost like an active volcano inside. Small stalactites and mites puffing out this purple light that is dim enough to see, but not enough for actual vision. And these buildings all crafted in complete like stone and onyx, and everything is quiet. There's not many people walking around. You look over the banister and you see down below this river that is glowing down below. You see these fish, completely gray in color, mating and swimming around and nabbing at things, but the water itself is like a pearl color, glowing in almost moonlight. Everything is this gray and black and purple scheme. As you walk, there's a archway that leads to the left that says "Welcome" in Dwarvish on top of it, and there's a single, tall, thin, drow individual sitting in a chair. On the wall, there's some armor and like a large open book. And Mist, you look in, you see immediately the goggles of night. And as your lights kind of dim through the door, or show through the door, you see the drow kind of cover their eyes, kind of hiding their features from you.
Apologies, friends. Amara, if you could be so kind as to put out your lights. Raise your hand if you can't see in the dark.
Triple H raises her hand.
Very good. I'm gonna grab, I think is it two? Yeah, I'm gonna grab 2 night vision goggles. And I'm going to hand them to Triple H and Fungi.
As you hand those off, you guys can put on the goggles of night in your inventory. And the drow individual stands up, and you see they're tall and lanky and very thin, and they wear just like a leather clothing made fully of black and looks scaled. And their hair is completely white, and it just kind of hangs down toward their back. They have very angular features, and their skin is this grayish purple. Their eyes completely white. and they look in your direction, and they say, "Was that for purchase or for rent?"
How much are they to buy?
500 each.
They're for rent.
Yeah.
She kind of giggles and brushes her clothes and stands, and she gets behind her little counter and she like opens her book. And you're like, let me see, we haven't had anyone rent anything in a while. Looking through the book. That'll be 50 each with 20 back on.
Oh, all right then. 50 each, friends. We'll get 20 back when we return them.
And Triple H, with more confidence, now that she can see better what's going on, hands over 50 gold.
Thank you, thank you.
Fungi just like holds up their bag of gold.
Triple H, knowing what is about to happen, let's go over and just pluck 50 gold from Fungi's bag and then hand it over.
Thank you, yes. Please take them and please return them. We have plenty, but 20 back if you return them.
Oh no, I understand quite well with pointed look right at Mist the consequences for us being uncouth. And she
Yes.
smiles.
Also, I was wondering if it was you, Miss Mara. You are from the mountain.
Sorry, do I know you? Have I seen you before? It's been...
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know you, but I mean, we know of the clerics in the mountain, and you're dressed as one. And anyway, it's nice to.
It's
She
lovely
kind
to...
of bows a little, bending one knee, not quite doing the traditional bow.
Mist will do a slightly less formal bow and be like, what's your name?
Simly.
Simli. What a lovely name, Simli.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from a cleric.
Oh,
Did
thank
you
you.
guys
Your
looking
eyes...
for something particular? I heard that you blew a hole in the ceiling in order to get here. It's
That
not
was...
something to run home to my children about, right?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Nervous
Ah.
laughter.
No, we're just passing through, perhaps going to take in the festival a bit, you know.
Yes, the spirit's coming. We're very excited.
I'm so excited that I'm not missing it.
Yeah, that makes sense why you'd be here. Yeah. It's really the only time that you guys ever really come down.
It's true, and I missed it the last few years, so it's nice to be here again for it. You know, is there any special events happening this time around? Anything we shouldn't miss? They've never seen the Festival of the Spirits coming, so...
Oh, well, it's really a delight. Really, having no light makes the light that does come through that much more magical. Keep an eye on the waters tomorrow, because you can see they're already gearing up.
Going to be quite lovely. I'm so excited for everyone to see. And you see the mist is sort of like hopping back and forth, like from foot to foot, like very, very excited. And then Mist will look up at Simli and say, "Your eyes sparkle in the dim light, the way that the stars sparkle in the sky. And I hope you have a wonderful day." And then they'll sort of turn away and
She does like a proper bow when you say that, with like a little cocked lip, like, oh, okay.
and Mist will do a proper bow as well. And then
She takes her seat back on the chair, and I'll be seeing you. Enjoy the festival.
thank you.
There's food, there's clothing, there's armor, there's
Armor.
definitely, yes. We are not trying to scrape your pockets or anything, but we are definitely in need of a little extra for the festival. So if you have some to spend, please spend, of course. But everyone here's rather nice. But yes, as Miss Mara has said, there's some punishments for being incorrect. So just being polite as possible. People will be polite back to you, but
Wouldn't dream of it. What?
she sits down. I'll ignore that laugh. She like pulls out a little book, begins journaling.
I have a question, DM. What do
Yes.
these goggles look like?
So they kind of look like masquerade masks, but they go into a point like a bird beak over the nose.
They're
They're kind
actually
of gaudy.
in D&D Beyond. If you
Yeah.
if you go to add them in your inventory, you can see what they look like.
They're a little gaudy. So everyone who's wearing one looks a little ridiculous.
Perfect.
But as you put them on, you get additional vision, so that's nice.
Hey, Triple H, you fly in, okay?
Triple H just, you can sense the attitude in the eyes, but you can't see the eyes because they're shielded by a goggle.
I'm sorry, I can't see your reaction.
You're just. Golly gee.
This is gonna be
Amara,
great.
weren't you looking for some armor?
Yeah, preferably like someone who could probably just add more to my current armor. It'd be kind of weird to buy a completely new outfit. And
There are some great smithies down here. You're going to love it. Mist is just like so excited.
I love that. I love that for her.
Triple H is going to use Mage Hand,
Okay.
which her Mage Hand looks like faint spiders, and is just gonna throw a couple of pebbles over Amara's feet.
Can I just roll to see if I notice or not? I don't think
Sure.
that she's paying
What's
attention.
your passive perception? If you're not
Passive?
active- yeah, if you're not.
Yeah, she's not
actively
actively paying attention. It's 12.
Yeah, I mean, you feel something, but
Probably
it's not
just like
you
shaking.
Stop what you're doing to look.
Like, you know, when like you're walking and you have like a rock in your foot, like kind of like
Uh-huh.
shaking
Yeah.
it a little bit.
Yep, that was the aim.
Ouch.
So as you guys kind of walk out of the welcome center, you're back on this bridge above this large town. You see like two large staircases that go. Everything seems to be in a large hexagon around this river that goes straight through it. And from the inside, you guys can see that there's like a fishery. And let's do some history checks. Yeah.
Just across the board.
Yeah, let's do some history checks. See who knows what this is.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
A 1.
Oh,
18.
18, 10. You guys know these fish as being moonfish. This is the rarest fish in the entire world. It is sold out of this city. So you guys are recognizing that you're in a very rich city. But it's very small in general because it's built into the walls.
Is moonfish edible?
No.
Oh.
They are only edible by drows and dwarves. But people like to
Dang.
have them so that when, for your natural 20, people like to have them for showing off, essentially. Rich people come and buy them so that they can have them swimming in their tanks, and so that they can provide food to dwarves and drow who come and visit, if they do. They don't really care about that. They care about the looks of having a moonfish.
Fancy and uppity.
Yep, those elves.
Could we, if it would be all right with everyone, could we perhaps find a tavern, maybe,
Oh,
to sit
yeah.
down?
It's a
If
great
everyone's okay
idea.
with us staying for the festival, I'd love to share a bit of my home with you all.
It's a party, of course. This is
It's truly magical to witness, and I haven't had moonfish in so long.
they
What
look,
does it taste
They
like?
look delicious.
You shouldn't eat them.
Oh.
No, don't. You shouldn't. They'd probably make you sick.
Yeah,
Moonfish.
sucks.
tastes like. Have you ever been in a cavern and it's wet and you can sort of smell the damp rock and
Yeah.
not like in a bad way, but you walk in and it smells like fresh water and
It's
damp
like a
rock.
like a comfort smell.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So they taste how that feels.
Ooh.
Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know how
I
else to
mean-
describe it.
I don't think that I could imagine food. I guess it's like it gives you the feel of being like comfy
That's
rather
exactly
than
it. Mhm.
tasting.
Right, it doesn't
like
taste like
rock,
that
literally.
smells. Correct. It tastes like it feels when you smell that smell. Or like I've heard some humans say that they like how the earth smells after it rains.
Yeah.
It makes them feel nice and warm inside. That's how moonfish tastes. Makes you feel
There
nice
is
and
a
warm inside.
visible reaction from Triple H on that, in the positive sense.
Do you like how it smells when it rains?
Of course. It's one of my
don't-
favorite things.
I don't think I've ever smelled it like that before.
Oh, you are missing out.
Have you ever smelt a freshly dampened cavern?
Well, there was that one time.
I was trying to share a bit of my home, and you had to make it sexy.
What? I didn't. I was
No?
being.
Oh wait,
She just puts her hands down and just
What?
spins around. Yep.
no, come back. I'm sorry. I just assumed because you like to make me blush.
Nope. Okay, Jen, what's around?
Yeah, so as Triple H starts to walk away from the group, the first shop, like you're kind of on like a strip mall, boardwalk sort of situation. As you're walking, the first store that you see has like these lavish black curtains, and you see like different tiers of various potions. Some of them are like glowing and smoking, and some of them are just sitting there. And the next store that you see looks like a tailor. You see a bunch of spin wheels in there, and
He's right for the tailor.
different garments. So you walk in, or are you just looking?
No, she's going right in.
As you
That
walk
has
in,
her attention.
there's a little ka-chink, and you see a magical spark above, which is what
Mhm.
caused the sound.
Yes.
And you walk in, and it's just a clothing store. You see different fabrics that you can buy in bulk, and you see shirts and pants and costumes and things. And there's 3 individuals that work here, and they're on the younger side. Let's say look young, but all drow look young. And so 3 drow, not totally identical. One with short cropped hair at the high cheek, with a very, very like striking features. She walks up to you and is about your height. She looks at you. Can I help you?
I love this place.
My store?
Yes, look, I mean, and she like takes in just a deep breath and is just like, you just watch her shoulders relax. I love this place.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yes, we have wonderful garments. We are also working on some jewelry in the back. My name is Tilly Asta, and I am happy to have you at my shop. Feel free to look around if you need anything hemmed. I see some scratches, some holes at the bottom. Not that it's bad. Adventurers do that, but I can fix those for you.
Ooh, she like winces. Oh, I thought I did a better job at recovering that, but yes, may we discuss that?
Of course, of course. The work that you did does look good, but I have been doing this my whole life.
So, tell me, what are your prices? Because I will be honest with you, we have been adventuring for a while, and so gold is in a bit short supply. And she like winces because like she wants to spend a fuck ton of money in this store, but like
Well, no shame in that. I see your face. I do hemming and tailored work on the silver, and any of the clothing here that is fully completed with a jewelry garment is in the golds.
Let us do some clothing repair, and I will be sure to make sure everyone knows that you are the one that did this work, huh?
Yes. Telianza does the best work, so I can provide you some temporary clothing while you look around and shop, and I'll fix this up.
But
And she kind
thank
of
you.
gives you a little snap as two other drow walk up, much taller, much leaner, and one with spiked mohawk that is kind of like in a pompadour sort of style with the brush back, and wearing a lot of makeup with a bunch of jewelry. They come up to you and they kind of take your shoulder and like lead you back to a dressing room.
Ooh.
Give you a champagne glass of water and ask if, do you want any alcohol?
No, I really should keep my wits about me and my friends. And she says that with a little bit of a venom drip.
I think anyone would be
Requesting
lucky
that
to
I.
be friends with you.
That's very kind of you to say, and you're not wrong. But
We like
they
a
will
confident one.
they will expect me to be on my game, as it were. So if it is all the same to you, water is fine.
Sure. They hand it over to you. And they leave you to your dressing room, which is very large. It's not just like a store dressing room. with
Very
like
contented sigh.
It's super nice. It has like a lavish cushioned chair with a mirror with lights that are off. So on the other side of the room, there's like a curtain and a large standing mirror as well.
Yep, she's in a great place right now. She loves where she's at.
The group outside, as Hashladoon huffed away and disappeared into one of the nearest stores. What did you guys do at the top of the stairs?
Amara's immediately looking for like the smithy or armor peeps. Like that is her laser focus at this point.
You find you actually hear in the distance kind of like the tink, 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 and it gets louder as you're walking. Do you split from the group or does anyone go with you?
I would chase after him. I'm
Okay.
yeah, looking for.
Okay. So you pass the potion store, the tailor. You pass a place called the Frozen Spade, which is a tavern, and you can see that it has like kind of like the swing doors that are in the middle, and it looks very nice in there with a bunch of crystal and pillars and decor. And as you continue walking, you kind of have to take a turn down a pathway which has been dug out. And you kind of led to. It's getting a little hotter as you're leading down this this hallway, essentially, where there's a perfect strip in the wall of just leatherworking, armor, weapons, and as well as the woodworker. And you see
Hello?
a worker at the smithy. A small individual, small in size, but very stocky and long black beard. They kind of look over the counter. Oi!
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello! And they kind of hop off a chair and they get even shorter. And they come up holding their hands on their waist. How can I help you?
I was looking for perhaps you mend and improve like armor that you haven't sold before. Is that possible?
Well, I can sure try, but I see the dents there. Shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, because I'm kind of attached to like the look of this one, but yeah, I think that it needs, and then she'll kind of like take off like her corset slash, I said corset almost. That's funny. Her like corset-ish thingy. She's gonna like undo it.
Mm-hmm.
She's still clothed. She has clothes underneath. But that is something that she has. It's fine. It's just a dress underneath. And she'll take it off and be like, I think it needs like mending here and here. And then I was thinking probably like some more either thicker leather or like slight light plating. Like I really can't be too heavy, but I would like more protection than I have before, if that makes any sense.
How do you feel about spikes?
Spikes? Ugh. I'm not really a spike person, I would say.
Are you a spike person? You're pointing at Rogar.
Yeah, are you a spike person?
I see you got nothing on the
like some
chest.
spikes.
What happens if you get stabbed right in the heart?
They'd have to stab pretty hard to get me.
Looks like you've been got a lot. Gesturing at all your scars.
It's true, but I'm not looking for something to protect me. Maybe just something to hit harder, you know.
That'd be next door, but kind of takes your clothing from you and like feels it, and in one hand bends it completely in half. This is not protection. Give me a few hours. I'll make you something you like. Do you like leaves?
Yeah. She's very obvious with her leaf everything. Yeah, I guess that'd be pretty obvious, but yeah.
Are you one of the Sherman?
Sure?
No.
Shaman?
No, the Sherman. The Druids.
Oh. Maybe not. I am a druid, but a different. I'm from the healing, so
Ah.
yeah, that druid. But
What brings you so down south?
My friend is a cleric. She's from mountains. Yeah, I forgot what they're called. But, yeah, we're traveling.
These mountains.
Yes, these mountains, the ones that we are currently under. Not some other mountains. Sorry. It's been a while since I've talked to people outside of my party.
Well, I think it's endearing.
I'm glad someone thinks so. But yeah, we've been adventuring for a little bit, and then we kind of had like a skirmish with some like rather large creatures, hence like the armor. And then after that, like we were just like, oh, we're so tired, and like we need stuff. And apparently there's a festival, which I'm really excited about. And then that's where we got here. And now we're all shopping and stuff. Before we head to the tavern. Yeah, the tavern.
Yeah, tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how much are you wanting to spend on this?
How much is it normally?
For what?
For armor, mending, and upgrade.
Mending will be about a gold. An upgrade depends on what you want, dearie.
I would say if I had to rank between 1 being like cloth and 10 being like the like shiniest, heaviest plate imaginable, I want like a 4 or 5. So like a medium amount of armor.
Could put some chains on there, some splints on there. Depends on your price.
Yeah, or like some like, ooh, that'd be something like metal boning. That would be really.
That'd be the splints. That'd be the splints.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Be about 150 gold. I see you're shocked.
Exe.exe is not working. 150. Whew. Ha. Okay.
It's an upgrade that'll last you a lifetime, and personal touch of some roses and leaves and stuff that I'll have my wife put on.
Oh. Ooh. You drive a hard deal. And
Also-
with she,
It looks as if you are of two sizes, two shapes. I can make it work with both. So you'll be extra armored when you're shifted. Not the first time seeing one of you.
that's interesting. You make a hard bargain.
Waiting for your butt.
But
You have no Triple H for this one. Sorry.
is it possible to like maybe a little bit lower on the ghost? Like a little bit, just a tiny bit?
Never take the first deal.
Yeah.
I see. This is why you brought him.
I learned it. I learned it from her. So
Yeah, I kind of, in the shock of everything, like completely forgot. But yeah, I thought she would kill me. And I'd be dead. And then that would probably make everyone really sad. And we don't want to deal with everyone being really sad. So,
125.
can I insight check? Is that if that's like the
What do
lowest that he's
you-
willing?
The
wanna
lowest
see-
okay, you're trying to see if
Yeah.
he's sweating
Like how-
or
Like how hard was that to make?
Sure.
is that
Okay.
a good deal?
Yeah, is that a good deal? 19.
you see that he's not breaking a sweat. But based on your knowledge that Splint is already about 200 gold from the city you're from, it is a relatively good deal.
124.
I'll take it.
We have a deal.
Puts his arm out.
He shakes. Emma is very proud of herself.
Literally 1 gold cheaper. Kind of holds up the bent armor. Come back in about a day so you can enjoy the festivities tonight. It'll be done tomorrow on your way out.
She'll turn to Rogar. Well, that was my errand. So, weapons? Weapons.
Yeah, you want to go next door with me?
Yeah, sure. And Amara's now just like wearing a dress, just a plain dress that has like 2 slits,
Okay.
thighs, I suppose.
So you guys kind of step out of the hole that was kind of the blacksmith area and move to a doored building, and it's made of like straight metal pieces, but all the metal is super clean. There's not a finger smudge or anything on there. Everything looks perfectly cut. And you open the door and it kind of goes, and I need Rogar to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh, 17. No, 19.
This axe, as you open the door, just slams right next to your face. And this lavishly, ornately dressed individual in like chainmail it goes into like a long dress that is laid over the top of like many layers of like black and red, and their collar like form fits their neck and like stretches outward, and their hair is in a really fancy updo, and they're holding another axe. Their features appear rather light and feminine, but are generally androgynous.
You could hurt somebody with those things, you know.
I like to.
Hopefully not today.
Somewhere far away, Triple H is very pleased.
Gotta test the things that I bring.
I respect your craft. Seems like fine work.
Of course it is. As you like look around the shop, it's full of weapons, like on racks, on displays, but nothing's like lit up because it's dark. But
Yeah, Rogar will pull it out of the wood, and
you see that it's like detailed, like super finely. It has like decor on it essentially.
We'll just kind of flip it around, and then hand it back over with the handle facing towards them.
And they take it and just slam it into the table in front of them, like both axes. What kind of deal are we making today?
I guess that depends what you have.
Well, I think it depends on what you have.
Well, truth be told, I'm looking for something specific.
Specific.
It's an axe, and Rogar begins to describe the axe that he saw in his mushroom-induced visions. Long black axe with a wide sweeping blade.
Great or smaller, like a hand axe?
It was great. Nearly the size
quite
of.
a penny.
Is this something that you have already or no?
Kind of looking around the shop. What you describe seems to be like adamantine, which I don't have, but I can grant you the offer that if you bring me the adamantine, I will give you 50% off.
50% off of what exactly?
My labor?
Well, no, of course. I mean, the price.
The price. What else are we talking? 50% off of my clothes? I can do that too. They kind of pull. They kind of pull at the collar by their face.
Rogar blushes. I mean, no, just but the price of the axe. How much would the axe be?
Let me consult. Feel free to look around.
Of course.
Do you think that they know I'm here, or?
What do you mean?
You know what? Never mind.
I do know that you're here, darling. Slamming the book down, like on top of the axes. We have 500.
How could they miss you? 500 gold.
500 gold, but 50% off, so 250.
Okay. Do I know anything about adamantine?
You can roll a history check.
I would like to either roll 2 or help, whichever is allowed.
Yeah.
Sure, you can help
13.
by being. I guess you could roll your own, since you kind of know. You can't like help someone with their knowledge.
Well, I like rocks apparently. That's like a 22. Yeah, 22 total.
Nice.
So you know that something with adamantine made, especially a weapon or a bullet, if it pierces something or hits something, it works every time to the fullest effect.
Ooh.
So it's a auto crit on a hit.
Ooh. And that would be pretty nice to get it. If we can find but they said there was shiny stuff, so
Oh. Maybe they have some. If somebody was looking for adamantine, where?
Of course, that's your next question. If I knew where it was, I think I would have it in my store. Just saying.
This is a fair point. I will definitely be back. It's a shame I can't get anything now. Really is beautiful.
You could probably get something on the wall here. We do have. If you give me some time, I can make something a little magical. But
ooh.
that requires me to call in my sister. A snore, if you didn't gather that.
Emily
A bore,
Drama, I see.
even. Just
Does your sister do more than like weapons, or
an
is it?
enchanter, so she thinks she does everything in the world. It's basically as bad as those clerics upstairs.
Yeah,
I've
I've heard that
heard-
they're really bad.
I've heard about them as well.
Amara, I need you guys are bad liars. I need you to roll a deception check.
Can I
Okay.
assist?
Yeah.
Heck yeah! Oh, 19 baby. I'm proficient in deception, and I didn't even know.
Nice.
Deceive
Not
yourself.
even a thought. She just leans forward. They're the worst. Do they truly think that they could just heal everybody? It's honestly annoying.
Yeah, healing really gross. Mm-hmm. But somehow she's getting away with it still.
Could your bore of a sister, could she maybe improve my bracers or,
These are made of leather, are they not? Is there any metal on any of these? Kind of looking you over.
like metal studding?
Do you have studded leather on? Is that what you're wearing?
It's breastplate.
Okay.
So metal pieces and leather.
I could add a little flair here, maybe there. You have to leave it with me, though.
All of it?
I'm not like the tailor. I don't have on complimentary clothing.
And
And you're not wearing much anyway, so if you're gonna walk out of here, I will see your butt, which I won't be upset about.
could leave my dress on, right? I mean, he looks at him all,
Amara
right?
Amara can't speak, so she's just making arm gestures like.
He'll turn over his he'll turn over the top, and he'll turn over the bracers and his, the top portion of the breastplate. I'm keeping my skirt on.
Shame. All right, I'll take these. You just hear like the dragging of like pieces across the table. Oh, let's see. You want all of these or just one? Do like a +1 for 100 gold.
He looks at Amara.
Really should have.
90 gold.
Why 90? What does the extra 10 do for you, really?
Well, what does it not do? 10 gold is many drinks.
It's true. We are going to the bar after this for drinks.
And if it truly is so inconsequential, what is it going to harm you to $10 or 10 gold off?
Roll a persuasion check with help, so with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who? Amara?
Whoever is, if someone's proficient in it, that person. But if no one is, then Amara.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
So then
but,
you.
but it's still 21 though.
Okay. Well, I guess 92
Deal.
for tax. Take it.
Worse.
Perfect. You kind of pick up your clothes and hold out a hand. You do half now, and then when my sister does the enchanting, you could do the other half.
Okay. Deal.
Hand out.
And then he hands over half of the gold.
46 gold.
Which is
46.
46 gold.
So, outside, on the balcony, Mist and Fungi, you had Hashladoon kind of huff off, and then Amara and Rogar. If you guys kind of walked together, you could have split off at any point. What did you guys do?
I have no idea, because I'm a robot who doesn't have a whole lot of needs.
Right.
So I think Fungi would just kind of like turn towards Trips as Trips walked off, and then turn towards Rogar and Amara as they walk off, and then just look expectantly at Mist, like, what are we doing?
Well, no one here knows where the tavern is except for me. And they all just sort of walked away. So we could browse the stalls and see if anyone is selling anything fun, or we could look at the fish in the river, which I think is really nice. Or we could just sort of wait here for everyone to hopefully come back so we can all meet at the tavern together to drink, because I think that would be fun too.
Right.
What sounds good to you? Is there anything you want to see that you've never seen before?
How would I know what I would want to see from what I haven't seen if I've never seen it?
That's a great question. Have you ever been down here before?
Not as far as I know.
Oh, well, then you should see the Dark Market first.
Dark Market. Okay.
Mhm. I think you're gonna think it's really great. There's all kinds of stalls with people selling all kinds of different things, and there's one stall and they sell mushrooms, and I don't think they sell your mushrooms, but they have some that glow in the dark because they're bioluminescent. And there are bioluminescent snails. There's a stall, if they're still, I hope they're still going, but they sell all different kinds of bugs and snails and other good food. But you can't really taste, so I guess that wouldn't. But anyways, come here, and then Miss is gonna like grab Fungi's hand and just sort of drag them through the streets to the Dark Market.
Okay. Oh, all right. That's my arm.
All right. Before you guys go to the Dark Market, we'll take a break really quick.
Okie dokie. We'll be back
Right.
soon.
Be right
After these messages,
back.
we'll be right back.
Bye.
You have that?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Ooh, I mean,
You attacked us, and you have more tears on your face than the person who died.
did you watch him kill everyone?
Oh yeah. No, I didn't. But I've seen it before with animals. I killed a man.
I watched you kill like 7 of us. He's just like, he's significant.
It's very
I
cool.
don't know about you, but I'm excited too to have Patreons on Feywild and Owl's Patreon channel or page or something.
Fungi smashes the good berry into their face.
Nom nom. Nom nom.
Does Fungi have a discernible jaw that opens, or did you smash it into
It does not open. No.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's what I was checking. So
Yeah.
you just gotta
It's
have like
like-
a mouth
Bubba
shape.
berry face, Bubba berry face. Mum, 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 mum.
It's like where
Get the what the?
Oh, in the windows.
and the walls.
To the
Something.
what?
Something.
We gotta. I'm just getting hit by a fucking turret. I'm just gonna fall back.
I'm trying to.
About that time, you hear a loud crash from the room that Danis is in.
Nothing?
Nothing.
And Rowan's gonna walk towards whatever that noise was.
Yeah.
Danis is quickly like picking things up and putting them into his arms, and he kind of like wheels around and looks at you.
Holding muffins, also looking at you.
What? This is my least favorite hole of all holes.
And each one of them is holding an empty beaker of V24.
Or nor Cleor.
Oh shit.
I've only heard them say that one other time, and that means, oh fuck. We're done. We have to fight.
Are we making this canon?
Yeah. Or Norcleor. Oh, fuck.
So
If you have mushrooms already, then that
Just
kind of
been
defeats the purpose.
everyone but fungi, but you know.
I was
Well,
trying to be like, not obvious, but thanks. I guess.
I mean, by trying not to be, you were incredibly obvious.
Incredibly, I don't even know you all, and that I knew exactly who you were talking about before you even got to like the 7th letter in your sentence. So, yeah.
Marin just looks down and eyes and her ears droop. Nisa, you have like probably one of the best shops around. It's everything's so unique. It's different. It's different, but in a good way.
Word art, like bubbles, keep like appearing, and you actually watch as Veronica literally has to physically like move them away as they start like overcrowding her. Overruled. All of them just keep crowding in, and she's having to like push it away. And finally, when she does, after like almost like this swarm of like legal terminology, like word art bubbles, are
Just splat. Just complete and utter.
I understand. Satomorphic.
We are the cult of Zoe. We always sing her praise. And if you think we can't, we'll torture you for days.
Feel it.
And that's why the people of this plane believe in Zoe, or else they get slain.
And eaten.
Shivers, literal chills.
Who?
Back, and we're Dragon Pond.
We're Dragon Pond's body.
if we could just
pull it back and forth.
Who's Dragon Pond?
Mine. No, mine. No, mine.
Stop fighting over pond.
Well, I'm 6 strokes in and I haven't moved from the start. This is
Nice.
Perhaps rich things don't sit well with me then.
Is it rich things, or could it be?
Yeah, you like Rowan?
I've been trying to ask him why he lied to us.
The representation queen.
Maybe we should go ask him.
Is that an option?
Yeah, it's a good option.
Yeah.
Okay, Rogar will posture self much more determined now.
Mixing with like, you ain't shit, you never been shit, you never will be shit, in an attempt to overwhelm someone that she can either, just stumble over, like doing mind stuff, because Riot knows that mental things take a lot of foundations before you can actually start influencing other people, but Veronica doesn't know that because she's new to this shit. And I also want her to overreact. So,
Do I look like someone who trusts easily?
No, you don't, and that's fair. I respect that, honestly. And this is no disrespect because he's very sweet, but Rogar's kind of dumb.
Well, darling.
this is ridiculous. My nature's an 18.
Okay, does she want to find a gator?
I think Keldor wants to find a gator.
Roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
Oh. So you only mess with the face? Excuse me.
Highlight intensity.
Yeah,
I
you can't
see.
make them.
I want a thick girl.
Yeah, that's
Don't
the
we
gripe.
all?
I'm upset. I need a big booty or a nothing.
Yeah.
Like Nerf, it's big booty or nothing.
Big booty.
and each one of them is holding an empty beaker of V24.
Or nor Cleor.
Oh shit.
I've only heard them say that one other time, and that means, oh fuck. We're done. We have to fight.
Are we making this canon?
Yeah. Or nor Cleor. Oh fuck.
Do I look like someone who trusts easily?
No, you don't, and that's fair. I respect that, honestly. And this is no disrespect because he's very sweet, but Rogar's kind of dumb.
Well, darling,
So
If you have mushrooms already, then that
just
kind of
hit
defeats the-
everyone but fungi. But
I was
Well,
trying to be like, not obvious, but thanks. I guess.
I mean, by trying not to be, you were incredibly obvious.
Incredibly, I don't even know you all, and that I knew exactly who you were talking about before you even got to like the 7th letter in your sentence. So, yeah.
Mara just looks down and eyes and her ears droop.
Who?
Back and we're Dragon Pond.
We're Dragon Pond's body.
if we can just
pull it back and forth.
Who's Dragon Pond?
Mine. No, mine. No, mine.
Stop fighting over pond.
Just splat. Just complete and utter.
I understand. Say no
Yeah.
more.
Word art, like bubbles, keep like appearing, and you actually watch as Veronica literally has to physically like move them away as they start like overcrowding her. Overruled. All of them just keep crowding in, and she's having to like push it away. And finally, when she does, after like almost like this swarm of like legal terminology, like word art bubbles, are.
I've been trying to ask you while you like us.
Maybe we should go ask him.
Is that an option?
Yeah, it's a good option.
Yeah.
Okay, Rogar will posture. Self much more determined now.
This is ridiculous. My nature's an 18.
Okay, does she want to find a gator?
I think Keldor wants to find a gator.
Roll initiative.
No, okay.
Oh.
Perhaps rich things don't sit well with me then.
Is it rich things, or could it be?
You like Rowan?
Get the what the?
Oh, in the windows.
And the walls.
To the
Something.
what?
Something.
Look it up. I'm just getting hit by a fucking turret. No, I'm just gonna fall back.
I'm trying.
Fungi smashes the good berry into their face.
Oh no. Oh no.
Does fungi have a discernible jaw that opens, or did you smash it into
It does not open. No.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's what I was checking.
Yeah.
So you just gotta
It's
have like
like-
a mouth
Bubba
shape.
berry face, Bubba berry face. Mom, 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 mom.
It's like
Ugh.
where
About that time, you hear a loud crash from the room that Danis is in.
Nothing?
Nothing. And Rowan's gonna walk towards whatever that noise was.
Yeah.
Danis is quickly like picking things up and putting them into his arms. He kind of like wheels around and looks at you.
Holding muffins, also looking at you.
It's very.
I don't know about you, but I'm excited too to have Patreons on Feywild and Owl's Patreon channel or page or something.
So you only mess with the face? Excuse me.
highlight intensity.
Yeah,
I
you can't
see.
make them.
I want a thick girl.
Yeah,
Sally.
that's
Don't
the
we
grape.
all?
I'm upset. I need a big booty or a nothing.
Yeah.
Like Nerf, it's big booty or nothing.
What? This is my least favorite hole of all holes.
Who keeps on moving?
Mixing with like, you ain't shit, you never been shit, you never will be shit, in an attempt to overwhelm someone that she can either, just stumble over, like doing mind stuff, because Riot knows that mental things take a lot of foundations before you can actually start influencing other people, but Veronica doesn't know that because she's new to this shit. And I also want her to overreact. So,
We are the cult of Zoe. We always sing her praise. And if you think we can't, we'll torture you for days.
Feel it.
And that's why the people of this plane believe in Zoe, or else they get slain.
And eaten.
Shivers, literal chills.
Nisa, you have probably one of the best shops around. It's everything's so unique. It's different. But in a good way.
Well, I'm 6 strokes in and I haven't moved from the start. This is
nice.
That May? Yeah, you.
Ooh, I mean,
you attacked us, and you have more tears on your face than the person who died.
Did you watch him kill everyone?
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hello, guys. We're almost done. Wow, craziness.
That is crazy.
But who wants to just give a little, tiny? We haven't done very much, but tiny recap of what we've done today.
Well, we set up camp together and shared some stories around the campfire, and it was lovely. And and eventually we hurried our way back into the tunnels where the underground dwarven city existed. Made our way inside, and we there was a visitor center. We were approached by one of the dwarves, right? And we were told there was a visitor center, and so we came, and apparently there's a festival going on right now. I forget the name of the festival, and
Spirits coming.
Spirits coming.
Should be funny. It should be funny to you.
I liked it. I was like, it's like Halloween, but I can't remember the name.
It's like Spirit and Homecoming.
Yeah, Spirit coming. That's exactly what I meant when I was putting those words together. Yes.
Yes. Listen, I've played enough Monster Brum. So we went and met up with the welcome center, where we got brochures and a map and some handy dandy night vision goggles for less dark vision inclined. And and then we began splitting off into the city and just running our own separate direction. Rips found a clothing store where they were very happy to be, it seemed like, and is being pampered and taken care of. And then Amara and myself ran off and found a armorer and a weaponsmith, and Amara got some upgrades to her armor, and I am getting some upgrades to mine. And now we're both walking around half naked, and
and
party's getting started.
These clothed party members.
Yeah. We had cut to Mist and Fungi, who Mist gave them the down low of the cool parts of the city, because the rest of the group was like, I'm gonna go. So Mist was taking Fungi to the night market. Ooh. And you guys are kind of walking down the steps, and instead of turning into the buildings, you guys kind of make an immediate U-turn and walk along the river that is glowing with moonlight. And you can see the fish. Some of them are jumping out of the water, and they are large. Like an arowana. If you know what an arowana looks like, this is what a moonfish looks like. Googling.
Can you hear me typing?
Arowana, and they kind of skim the top of the water. So, like, if something falls in, they can just grab it. And they're very silver and beautiful, and kind of stricken by the beauty because it's technically mating season, so they're very active. And you guys walk under the bridge that you were just walking over, and you enter into a whole other section, which is so large and extravagant that you see over the top of the buildings that it has been dug upward into the mountains to where the walls are basically just a hollowed out mountain, and there's deep dragons, wormlings like flying around, and there's some fairy lights up at the very top, providing this purple glow. And you see again from the bottom just these sort of active steam vents that are puffing out this purple ambient fog. And just as Mist explained, there is an entire market around this river. There's several carts. There seems to be like a fortune teller. Everything as well seems to have this decor, and all the decor is just like spider webs and different sort of gourds that are all like white and brown and different let's say that there is also, I'm trying to remember what I wrote. There's a tree in the center that is just it is wheeled in and is placed at the very edge of this river, and it is just twigs. There's no leaves on it, but everyone that is coming down to this river is hanging little bat decors on this large tree, as if it's like a Halloween tree. And as you guys walk up, there's anything specific you're looking for?
Oh, Mist would want to be looking for the snail stall.
You know exactly where it is from the year before. And you kind of make your way around the river, over the tree, and back onto the other side, up to a very old dwarf. Grayed hair, grayed beard, braided, and has decorations in it. And they just wear like a robe that's like brown, and they're just rocking in a rocking chair. And you see a little cart next to them just has a few little snails inside of little aquarium, sort of terrarium.
Fungi.
Yes, Miss.
Look at them. Look at the little snails. Look at them go. Hello there.
What are they doing?
They're just waiting to be bought.
And you look in and you see these bioluminescent shells. Like, you can see fully inside of the shell of the snail, just because it almost seems like everything inside of it's just pulsing and moving. It's very interesting to look at.
Why are they bought?
They're bought. Some people like to eat them. Some people like to keep them as pets.
Interesting. Are we here to eat them? Or keep them as pets?
We could eat them. If you'd like to.
Old rocking chair individual, like looks up and you see like some glasses at the edge of the nose. You could eat them if you'd like to.
Oh.
It sounded like there was going to be more to that sentence.
It did sound like that.
There could be more to my sentence. Have you ever had one before?
I've had one before, but they haven't.
Then take one on me.
Alright then.
I'm gonna reach in and grab a plump snail. And it kind of
Plump
crawls
snail.
up your hand, leaving a little stank line behind it.
I love that.
One of us has to.
Try it. Here you go.
Okay. Fungi takes this into their hands, and they
You see its eyes kind of like moving around, and it's just
it's vibing.
it's vibing in your hand.
Fungi's horrifying jaw drops.
Was it? Hold on. Was it listening to Jen's raid video? Is that the?
No, it's Turbo.
It's Turbo.
Turbo the snail, and Fungi's horrifying jaw drops, and they push it into their gullet, and then just slam the jaw shut.
And some of the squish of the snail like seeps out of the mouth spot. Miss, you know that they don't usually eat the shell as well. So you're just watching Fungi just crunch the snail up.
Oh, that's alright. Good job.
What did you think?
What was there any experience for them at all?
Not yet.
That's supposed to mean.
I'm rather unsure.
Unsure of what? Did it
What I was
taste
supposed to
good?
experience.
It's just a flavor. Like pulls out some knitting, like starts knitting as they're rocking back and forth.
I'm afraid I do not experience taste.
Oh. Why did you let me give that to you for free?
I'll pay you. I'll pay you for it. Don't worry.
No, dear. Don't worry about it.
When I explain this was a taste-based experience, I will keep this in my mind for the future.
Does he not know that it'll be about an hour before it kicks in?
I thought it would be a fun surprise. I'm not sure it's going to work on them.
They lean back and push their glasses up and just start knitting in silence.
Can I also get one, though?
Of course.
How much for one of them?
2 silver.
Here you go. You know what? I'm
Takes
going
the
to go
silver.
ahead and buy 3 more.
Okay.
And then I'm going to eat one of them. And then I'm going to put the other 3 in a bag to bring back to my friends.
All right. And you have a snail shell for you.
Do you shuck this thing? How does it? How
You
are
just
you?
sort of like slurp it, like out
You
of
see
the
Mist take the head of this snail, plop it into their mouth, and then just go. And it just, the whole snail gets sucked out of its shell. Slimy and
afraid I-
satisfying.
I'm afraid I lack the musculature to be able to replicate that.
So
Should I
right.
enjoy them? What did that person mean when they said it would take about an hour?
If it works, It's gonna be a fun time.
What do you mean?
You're gonna be able to see sounds and hear colors, and the whole festival's gonna be much brighter.
I see. Hopefully, it won't be unbearable.
I don't think it will. I think you're gonna have a great time. If I'm being honest, I sort of didn't think about it not working for you until after you ate it. So that's on me. Anyways, we should go. Is there anything else that you want to look at while we're here? Did you want to look at the mushroom stall, or did you want to go look at the tree, or did you want to go
No,
dip your feet in the water?
I'm waiting for this experience to overtake me.
All right, we should go find our friends.
I will be watching vigilantly. No, not for the experience. Unfortunately, not for our friends. I was hoping you could take the lead on that.
I'll take the lead, don't you worry. And then I'm gonna sort of just like reach out for Fungai's hand.
No. Does Fungi take their hand?
Fungi is definitely very much in their own head, so they don't even notice. But if Mist is to like grab at their hand, then they'll let Mist lead.
I'll like hold out for a second, and then I'll sort of just gently take their hand. Like, it's gonna be all right. You're gonna be great. You're gonna have a good time. When in the Underdark,
Yes.
do the Underdarks do, and then not Pond. That's me.
That's me.
Miss is just gonna sort of like happily like toddle out of the dark market and back towards where they last saw their friends.
You
Yeah, as
do
you guys,
remember Amara saying something about like wanting to buy armor. If you well, she did say that if you remember.
Yeah, I think I do.
Calling yourself out. As you guys are walking kind of on the other side of the river, a couple of children run by you, and they're all dressed up as little vampires. One of them is dressed up as a werewolf, and they're chasing each other, and they're like, "No!" And you're delighted because you haven't been here since you were a kid, since you were brought into the church and kind of taken up into the mountain. And as you guys are walking, continuing, one of the fish seems to be following Fungi. Out of the side of your eye, you look like you have a fish following you.
Fungi just kind of keeps like whipping their head to try and catch it.
And it just continuing. You think it looks like it's following you. One of them looks like they're looking at you.
Fungi just keeps kind of like looking over their shoulder. The most paranoid murder robot you ever did see.
Are you okay, Fungi?
No, I do believe that this fish is following me, potentially for nefarious purposes.
I don't. The fish aren't nefarious. They're just swimming.
Mist, you look into the water and they're just doing fish things.
They're just fish being fish. Try looking at the group as
Fungi,
a
you
whole.
look back into the water and you see one that is just completely stopped, staring at you like a little damn fish.
Fungi doesn't understand staring, I guess.
It
So
doesn't stop looking at you.
like Fungi stares back for a moment, but Fungi is the apex predator, so they've never had to worry about like turning their back on anything, so they continue on, but they're gonna be watching for this fucking fish.
As Fungi's looking into the water, Mist, you look over and like Fungi is just looking into the water, in your opinion. And you're recognizing the typical paranoia that starts out, and you're like, all right, I think it's gonna work. And as you guys continue moving along, you walk back up the stairs, and where are you going from up the stairs? Kind of made a circle, and you're back to where you were.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring us towards the armorer and the clothier.
Okay. Yeah, you pass the clothier first, and inside the clothier, during their trip, Triple H, you're being lavishly taken care of. You have like a robe on that like drags behind you, and it has like furry cuffs, and it's like just kind of loosely fitted, and like your hair is down and cleaned. Like somehow you did everything that they had to offer in there. But the lady provides you back your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that was everything that you needed.
I do not know what to say. I think I love you a little bit. Anyway, yes, you have done something quite nice for this undeserving individual.
No one is undeserving in my doors, especially one that says they've fallen in love with me.
Just don't spread it around. Apparently, I've got a bit of a reputation to uphold.
Everyone who's adventurous has a reputation.
But please, what do I owe you?
An adventure? Little cocked eyebrow, seemingly asking you on a date.
Yes, certainly. That is something that I can most definitely accommodate.
Well, maybe we can accompany each other to the festival tomorrow.
I would rather enjoy that, yes.
Great. Well, I work today and tomorrow, but I'll see you after.
Of course. I will see you then.
All right. Keep the robe, too. It looks great on you.
She is blushing for sure. You are really too kind, but I cannot say no to such a kind gift. So I will do my best to honor it as you've honored me.
Maybe I'll honor you later as well. See you later.
Bye.
And she kind of waves her fingers like individually, and then
Yes.
just like walks back into her store and just disappears in her clothing. And you turn like feeling on that high, and you just see Mist and Fungi in the door, like, hey.
Hello.
Do you see this fish?
Like totally stunned. I'm sorry. A fish? No, I have not seen a fish in. I mean, I saw it before, but I haven't seen a fish since I walked in the store. Why?
Oh,
Will not stop following.
it's not following you. So, I gave Fungi a snail. I got one for you too if you want, but I didn't know if you wanted one or not. And now he thinks the fish is following him. Sorry. And
He's quite alright.
they think that a fish is following them. It's not, but this is the beginning stages of the fun part of the snail. So I know that Rogar and
there.
Amara are probably going to be interested in the snail in the snail partaking. But you know, if you're not, that's also okay.
You can give mine to Amara.
I don't know if she should have 2 of them. But
I
that's
think
fair.
I think she'll be just fine.
She'd probably enjoy 2 of them. But look here, you can have the shells are really pretty, and I'll give my snail shell to Ashley.
She like makes a point to like roll up the sleeves and like of the robe and like kind of just like puts them in like her pack. She does like, not to be like offensive, but she like just got this like very, very fancy robe. She does not want to mess it up. You know, Mist, I'm what did you expect to happen when you gave our mushroom robot friend something else that I can only assume would produce psychedelic effects?
Gonna be 100% honest with you, Ashley. I forgot that the snails produced psychedelic effects. So when I gave them to them, and then the salesman was like, it's gonna kick in about an hour, I was like, yes, that's why I was never allowed to have them as a child, and now I know that. But so as penance, I also ate a snail.
I've never been hunted before.
The fish isn't hunting you.
Can I be 100% honest with you, Mist?
Sure.
I don't believe you.
You don't have to. I'm not a good liar. I didn't realize.
No, listen. I'm not necessarily saying that you're a liar. I'm just saying that we had a extensive situation with Nom Nom with our buddy Fungi here. So giving him some sort of thing to ingest at all is already a suspect decision to make.
I just wanted them to experience the dark market and the snails and the mushrooms, but we got distracted before we could get to the mushrooms. I just wanted them to... I'm trying to get them to try new things. They don't know how to eat things, but they did just fine sort of eating the snail.
Fungi, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
And ew.
And Mist, you're beginning to feel a little light on your feet.
Oh.
Feels nice.
It feels that's good. Believe me or not, we should probably find Amara and Rogar if you're interested in coming with us. I know that I upset you earlier, and I wanted to apologize for that as well, which is why I gave you the pretty shell. It's bioluminescent even without the snail, so it glows in the dark. And this whole time, Mist is just staring at their feet because they don't want to make eye contact with Triple H because they feel really guilty. So we're gonna go find Rogar and Amara. If you want to come, you can. If you don't want to, there's a tavern down the road that I'm probably going to take them to, so we can all.
Oh,
have dinner.
I have no problems coming along, but I do have a future date to prepare for, and she is grinning.
Oh, I'm
As
so
you guys
excited
are discussing
for you.
the date. What was the con save, Fungi?
That's a dirty 20 unless it counts as poison, in which case I do get advantage.
You get advantage.
That's a 19, so dirty 20.
You look down at your hands, and they look like they've just turned into an entire mushroom. Like your fingers are gone. It's just a mushroom head.
I had wondered if this moment would come.
You guys look at Fungi while you're talking about the date, and like they look normal. And he just says, I wondered if this moment would come at the middle of you being like, I have a date tomorrow.
I mean, it makes sense that she would get a date. Look at her. She's gorgeous.
Speaking of...
You said you'd wondered if this moment would come, and Triple H got a date. Am I missing something?
Should I do an insight check here?
You can, yeah. Do you have a passive insight, actually? To be on the left.
My passive insight is 14. But I got
yeah, you can tell.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, but otherwise I got a 21. So.
Fungi, do your eyes light up with light? Or like, what is your eyes?
I would say they light up with light. Yeah.
I was gonna say I just see him staring at his hands, and I think she would be able to put 2 and 2 together on that one and mix it.
The light in Fungi's eyes seems to be kind of like dim.
So Mist, you gave Fungi a hallucinogenic snail, and now it's doing what it, I think, was supposed to do. Somehow, I don't understand, because I mean, unless there's some sort of like neurological like connection between like the mushrooms and he's like, I mean, listen, I don't know how Warforged work, but like, the point being is like whatever you gave him, that is what he's experiencing right
That
now.
means
So-
that means that they can experience other things like being drunk. Oh my gosh, we've unlocked a whole new world for fungi. Let's go share the news.
You like patting Mist on the head. You unlocked a whole new world for fungi. I was being waited on in quite a lavish way, and I have this fancy new robe, which I'm going to take very good care of. So let's go find our friends.
You look very lovely, by the way.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your date. I'm
And
sure it's
I
gonna be
will
a
have
great
you
time.
know, I had no hand in procuring this date. They were interested in me, and I said nothing to promote any sort of pre-gestation talk.
I hope that whatever you want from the date comes to fruition. And Mist will do sort of the informal bow that you saw them do. And then walk out of the shop, sort of holding Fungi by the not mushroom hand.
And you guys walk along the river and make your way towards the sort of like duck-in hall that leads to the armory. And you guys find Amara and Rogar walking out with hardly any clothes on.
It looks like we're not the only ones who've had fun.
Hello, everybody.
Oh.
You've been having fun.
Did you get your clothes stolen or something?
Oh,
No.
No?
You're quite naked. Not
Come
fully,
here.
but close. Oh, stop it. All right. So I have
What?
to
Come here.
divulge.
What was
I have a secret.
What's your secret?
Who are you talking to?
I'm being hunted.
There.
All right, Rogar. Mist gave fungi a bioluminescent hallucinogenic snail, and now fungi is doing what you did back at the Tabaxi village. He is. They are going on a fun time. So
That's possible?
apparently, thanks to our good buddy Mist here. Anyway, I have a fancy robe and a date, which I
A date?
did nothing to procure other than just apparently look like myself. So
He's very fancy. Rogar does the bow that was done the previous night. I think by
Like I
Mist.
said, uppity.
Very uppity.
But like in a good way. In a good way. In a good way.
So, Rogar, Amara, would you like some snails? And then Miss is gonna pull the snails out of their bag.
I thought you'd never ask.
You see fungi staring from over their shoulder.
Are they okay though? I mean,
Do not be scared.
Probably
when
not.
the transformation becomes permanent.
Fungi looks normal to you guys, like the way he has looked.
Oh, buddy.
I don't think that they're having a good time. I'm waiting for the lights but the lights I think will calm them. I've already had one. So what you do is you put the head in your mouth and then you just sort of slurp it out of the shell.
You love a little snail
Okay.
looking back at you.
Mars goes for it.
All right. Cheers. And
Ears.
Slapping
Well.
it satisfying.
yep, just shoots it like a
Feel it.
shot.
Kind of wiggle as it's going down. It's a little uncomfortable, but it leaves a flavor of burnt crust on a pie, like the edge pieces that get kind of burnt.
Yeah.
So it's not super great, but it has like a lingering taste of graham cracker, like after a minute of tasting burned.
It's not the worst thing I've had. So
Tastes burnt.
It gets better after a little while.
You have an extra.
I do. I bought one just in case.
Hello. Hi.
Hasseldoon wanted one. Oh,
Oh.
Pardon me. I'm gonna cough for a second. It's me, not this strange gremlin in my back. Are you okay? Yeah, you're all right. Okay. I do have an extra. I don't know if Hasseldoon wants to join us on our adventure.
Symbol no would suffice.
We've gone on every other adventure.
Listen, I already told them no,
They
so
did already tell me no, so I was trying a little bit of peer pressure, but that's okay. If anyone, I suggest we maybe save it for if you like how this goes, then you can eat it again in about 4 hours or so.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
That's a smart idea.
I think it's a great idea.
It's a souvenir.
It's an
Okay.
adventure, right?
The shells are also a souvenir, though.
The shells are so pretty. Anyways, you want to go to the tavern, get some food?
Oh, that sounds so good.
Food, some drinks.
We can keep a good eye on fungi and get them away from the fish that's hunting them that they think.
You've seen it.
It's not hunting you.
I
honey.
think maybe he just liked you, fungi.
The fish likes you. It's not the hunt. It's just trying to.
It was not swimming. It was
Yeah.
simply sitting there,
You were not.
waiting for its moment to strike.
You were not swimming and simply standing there.
I do not have inertia that is trying to carry me backwards.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I do have inertia that is keeping me downwards.
I don't know how to.
That, you know what, fungi? And then Mara's gonna like try and like grab his hand and lead him.
Your hand like slaps into Amara's hand.
We can go this way.
Fungi seems to almost lose their balance, which is very strange. But
Lead the way. My life is in your hands.
Well, it's not a lot of pressure at all.
at the start of this day, if you would have put a bet on saying who was going to be the sober one of the group of us, and you said not Hashladoon, well, you owe me some gold, I'd say.
I think I spent most of it at the armor, so.
Well, there wasn't actually a bet.
But if there was, I probably would have said it, so I would have owed you money, but it's fine.
Well, forgive me, I must have left my gold in my other shirt.
They said that you seem to no longer have, huh?
It's true.
Bonding.
For upgrades.
Gonna just like waddle
Missed-
towards-
Yeah, while you guys are walking.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
You guys kind of head towards the Frozen Spade, which is the lavish kind of barn swinging doors place, and you guys walk in, and there's like a light music playing. You see in the very back of the room that there is a a short dwarf, very like into playing this violin. But it's kind of far away. You can't hear it as well as you could if you went up to it. But there's not many people in the tavern. There's a bartender. Is he good? It sounds lovely. It's just far away. Playing like a ballad of sorts. And the music is like very up and down and gets very quick and then very slow. And you can see he's like closing his eyes and getting really into it. There's a couple at the tavern that's sitting there sharing drinks. They are laughing every so often. They seem to be having a good time. And there is an individual at the bar who is bartending, and they are on a stool, but it's like a stool that is the entire length of the bar, so they can walk back and forth and be as tall as they need to be. And they have like completely shaved sides to the skin, and then a big bun on their head that is just perfect circle, as if they used a sock bun to keep it perfect. And they're wearing just an apron, and they turn to you, and you see this beard that is braided in a single braid going all the way down to the floor and kind of dragging behind their feet. And they look and come and sit.
We get seats then.
Welcome to the Frozen Spade. We've got that one over there if you all want to sit together.
Yeah.
It's like a
I'm
large
still
kind of
tugging Fun Guy.
circle. It's one of those like booth tables that like the whole section is a booth. So you have to like scooch all the way in.
The party goes to Olive Garden.
Yep, exactly. What are you having? We've got moonshots on sale today.
Moonshots? What's in a moonshot?
Oh, they're made from the scales of the moonfish.
Mist, you said I shouldn't eat those.
Are those safe?
Would I know if that would be safe?
You
for
would know
someone?
that it would be fine.
Yeah, that would be fine for you. It's just the fish, the meat of the fish you can't have.
Well, I'd like one of those.
Sure.
Sure.
Anyone else?
I would take one as well.
Perfect.
I'd like one.
Okay.
A
How
water
about you?
for me.
A water, easy. Can't convince you to make it a moon water.
No.
Moon water.
Thank you, though.
Easy enough. And how about you? I haven't seen one of your kind in a while. A Warforged, huh? Last one we had was our gardener. They start like making a bunch of different drinks, little shots and things. Anything for you?
Nothing ever ceases. It just changes states.
I think a water.
No.
Would be good.
Oh, you gave
We're
them
really-
the snails, didn't
Yes,
you?
yes.
Bringing the drinks down.
Mist did very much give them the snails, yes.
Mist!
A
from
water?
upstairs.
Really?
Yeah.
The Warforged? What?
I don't know. We're just trying to fix the mistake I made.
Mushrooms
You know-
soak up water.
I'm wondering if that'll come out of your system. Because usually it just processes in our bodies and comes out through pee. But you don't do that, so I'm wondering if you need to like take a bath or something. Anyway, foreshadowing for later. Let's any more drinks? Let me know what else you need.
What was your name?
Evelyn, let me know if you need anything.
Evelyn. Thank you. Well,
Mist from upstairs is in my tavern. You hear as she like walks away.
Mist, you live upstairs here.
No, upstairs. They mean the mountain upstairs. It's still underground, but it's above here. So
You seem like a big deal.
I'm not. a
Kinda
big
seems like.
deal. It's not that. No, I'm just a healer. I just do my job.
I can't do that, so I mean, hey, it's a pretty big deal.
And you're good at your job.
I'm pretty alright at it, I guess. It's just rare that anyone from my order, I guess, really comes down very often.
Yeah, the weapon person, they seemed annoyed.
Oh, yeah, they did not like you.
Or their
were-
sister, which was kind of like a little TMI, but it's fine, I
They
suppose.
just overshared. Yeah, you know, we're usually a pretty stodgy bunch.
Well, you don't seem dodgy at all.
Don't know what that means, but you're pretty great. So
Oh, they just, you know, sort of stuffy and grumpy and not really into like.
uppity.
Uppity, but like
I'm
old. Sometimes
Yeah,
well, not really old, but like more like it's a different flavor of uppity.
like worse somehow. Arguably.
Well, you're not
But
any of
usually-
that, so
Well, usually, you know, it's interesting how you change when you're around people who are more open and not as stuffy.
well.
And then Miss sort of just starts like staring at the table. It's like, the grain on this wood is lovely.
Well, I say cheers to being open and around new people.
Yeah.
To our new family, and then Miss will like hold up their little glass.
A little
Let's hold
clink.
up a glass of water.
Oh,
Wait, fun guy. And
Okay.
Amara will put the water in their hand and then like close it around.
To Fungi, it looks like she shoved a glass through your mushroom hand. Like it's just like phasing through like a glitch in a game.
Oh Lord.
And then you move your arm and you clink it. And we say cheers.
Clink my arm.
What?
Move my arm and clink it.
Yeah, like extend. She'll like try to, you know, as much as you can with like one arm, just like guide. spot the process.
Nice.
Clink.
Clink.
Clink. Clink.
You guys take your shots. Tastes like fireball. Ugh.
God.
Nice.
And your waters
Okay.
taste like Perrier. Sparkling water.
Spicy water.
Spicy water. And around this time, an individual kind of pops in their head, and Mist, you recognize them from the Clerics Guild. And they pop in, they say, Mist?
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Hey, I thought you were not gonna be here. Come out here, really quick.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back. You don't have to. Don't worry. I know them. They're
Good.
pretty safe. I get to go try and talk to them while I'm on this snail, so that's gonna be fun. Love you, bye. And then I'm gonna like very slowly and very intentionally walk one foot in front of the other towards the door.
Hey, I heard you were here because everyone's really excited, so I thought I would come down and ask you for a little help upstairs for a moment. I know you're probably just passing through for the festival, but we had some military men come through, and there's a lot of men and not a lot of hands. Giving you like a sheepish smile, like, please.
Well, right, I can do that. Let me just
Oh,
tell...
I can smell the snail on your breath. It's fine. We still need more hands. We still need more
I
hands.
can still do my job with the snail on my breath. Don't
Right,
worry
like
about
last year when we did it on. Anyway, it's fine. Yes, I
it.
remember.
It was fine. Let me go and tell my friends, and I'll come on up then.
Sounds good.
All right, can't just.
I'll
go
meet you
off-
up there.
leaving them because I told the guards that if they messed up, I'd shave my beard again. So, you know, so I'm gonna go let them know. I'll be.
Do that. That's sacrilege.
I mean, I did shave it a couple years ago. Do you remember during the cave-in? Anyways, it's fine.
It looks like it. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, it's quite
I'll see you
short.
later. I'll go upstairs.
Bye. All right, and then I'm gonna like walk back into the tavern. So I hate to eat a snail and run.
Is that the phrase?
But duty sort of calls upstairs. So I'm gonna run just up the mountain for a little bit and help heal some soldiers who need it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pay for the rooms. I'm gonna sort of just tell them to put it on the temple, and then you'll get the keys. Try not to
die.
Try not. I mean, it's a safe place here. You'll be fine. Just don't steal anything. Be polite and courteous.
Well,
Enjoy
you did give our Warforged friend a psychedelic, so I don't know how much stopping we're going to do of that part, but we'll try.
I think if you just soak them in some water, they should be fine.
He'll be fine.
You just plop them in a bathtub and let the water do its work. It'll be great. Don't let them go swimming in the river though. The current is much stronger than it looks. Hashladun, good luck on your date. If I don't see you before then, I hope that it's lovely, and I hope you all enjoy some wonderful food. Just don't eat the moonfish, and to family. And then Miss is gonna like sort of like cheers their little half-ring glass and then knock it back and then
Fireball.
Fireball.
I need a Constitution saving throw from Rogar and Amara while Mist was talking to you.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
17.
Okay, Amara. As Mist was talking to you, it started great and then started going womp 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 womp, and you could start like feeling the vibrations of the words coming to your ears, and you start just focusing on the way that the words feel hitting your ears, and you just completely, and then Mist is gone. And Rogar, you feel pretty fine. You feel fine.
This is great.
I can feel
You
words.
feel a little light on your feet.
You can. Sorry, Amara, what?
I can feel words.
Yeah, my desire to leave you all here and go find my room is through the roof, but I guess I will stay and babysit you losers.
Is that also in Womp Womp?
Womp womp womp.
It is. And that's where we'll end it.